In this video, we're going to show you to install Upstream O2 sensors on your Ford Taurus, located in the top of each exhaust manifold. Now, from underneath the vehicle, you can go ahead and access the wiring harness here for Upstream O2 sensor, which is right here in the top of our exhaust manifold. Now, our little plastic clip here is normally taped to the wiring harness, as yours probably is. Ours had torn apart because of the tape had just worn away. But what we want to do is we want to press on this little tab right here, and we're going to separate the O2 sensor harness from the body harness or engine harness here. Now I can reach up underneath. I want to pinch and pull this here. Now sometimes you'll have to use a pair of pliers to go ahead and gently pinch that tab. Okay, now that we have that disconnected, I want to come over here and we're going to use a 22mm socket. We have an O2 sensor socket that has a split in it. And this is designed to go over and allows it to go around this wiring harness. So we're going to put a ratchet on there to go ahead and loosen this. Now we're going to be using a swivel head ratchet, and we may have to apply some heat to the O2 sensor exhaust manifold area to go ahead and allow that to break free. Now once you get this free, you want to go ahead and continue to spin this until it comes all the way out. Now periodically you might want to go ahead and spray some rust penetrant down around the threads, let it soak in a little bit, especially on ours where as stuck as it was. Now the wire harness itself, you want to keep an eye on that. And just keep working at it until this pops out. Now the O2 sensor on the front side has direct access from underneath the hood and is much easier to do than this one here. But with some patience, some rust penetrant, and the proper tools, you can do this. There you have it. Now this connector here on the left is the original one. Here's our replacement. Not a replacement unit. It has a lock on it. It has a red lock tab on it. You push it up or you pull it down to go ahead and lock and unlock. And once it's pulled down and unlocked, you can go ahead and squeeze this tab. Our original one here, it may have had a lock on it, but it's broken if it was. So you may have a lock on there, but ours was simply just a push tab and was able to pull that right off. Now our new O2 sensor has some ANSIs on the threads. So you want to be careful not to get that on the sensor itself. Go ahead and start to thread that in. Now one of the key things here is as we're threading this in, you need to make sure that the pigtail follows around with it. You don't want this to bind up. Now you want to try and thread this in as far as you can by hand. Okay, and that's as far as I can get it. I'm going to go ahead and put our ratchet on there and run that down. Now there is a crush washer on this. So when you tighten this down, it's going to feel like it's snugging. You want to go ahead and tighten it down just a little bit more. You're going to feel like crush washer collapse underneath the O2 sensor. There it is. I can feel the crush washer seating. And that's it right there. Make sure it's good and tight. Go ahead and grab that connector. Bring that over. And want to go ahead and match this up. Now, like I said previously, our harness here was separated from electrical tape up top. You can always cut that tape if you wanted to, release it like this is, and then just use some wire ties to go ahead and re-secure that up. Yeah, push that together. So now that we have the connector connected, it actually clicked, we can go ahead and press our red lock tab up and secure that. There it is. Now at this point, you can go ahead and use a wire tie to go ahead and secure that up top. All right, now that we have our connector tucked up and away, you want to go ahead and make sure that if you do have a check engine light on for this O2 sensor, you want to go ahead and properly clear that using a good scan tool. And at that point there, you can go ahead and go for a test drive and you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.